we have a number of awards, as you can see on your program. And I'm going to start with the Richard Mathiowetz Transportation Advocate Award, which we give out every year to recognize someone in the private sector who has really done a great job in advocating, usually over a number of years, for transportation. And this award is named for Richard Mathiowetz, the owner of Mathiowetz Construction. And we're really pleased to have Julie Anderson here today to present the award.
Hello, and this year's award for the Richard Mathiowetz Transportation Advocate Award goes to Randy Geerdes, and he has had 36 years of working in Minnesota's transportation. He's with SRF Consulting Group, and he has had numerous positions within his firm, and of course right now he is president and CEO. And it's very interesting to me to give this award to consulting engineers, because over the course of the past 10 years, I really feel like the consulting engineers, all of the different companies, have really started to take much more of a firm grasp on leadership in the transportation industry. Prior to that, you know, it was kind of, the contractors were a little bit more the people that were having our voice heard and making sure that we were heard. But, you know, the call went out that we needed more people to stand up for transportation, and I really think that all of the engineering firms have taken a firm grasp of that. And Randy and his firm has also taken a firm grasp of that. So this year it is my pleasure to give the Richard J. Mathiowetz Transportation Advocate Award to Randy Geerdes.
This is quite an honor. You could almost just blow me over here with a feather. Just briefly, a bit of a story to tell. A long time ago, many years ago, I was minding my own business, just managing projects and trying to survive in the world of being a consultant and a design engineer and a project manager. And my boss came, who was a former president of our firm, came in one day at noon and he says, "You need to go home and pack your bags. We're going to Washington, D.C. I go, "Oh, okay, why?" "Well, we're going to the Minnesota Transportation Alliance fly-in and you're coming with me." And I go, "Great." So I did that. I had no idea what this was all about. I was totally overwhelmed. I kept my head down because it seemed like the thing to do at that particular point in time. But a seed was planted that day, and I had many opportunities to go back over the years, and all of a sudden that job of just being a project manager and designing didn't seem quite enough anymore. So I started to be an advocate, and I tell you what, Julie, thank you so much for mentioning the consulting engineers. We have started to do some great things. There are great things that we still have to do. So all of you consultants out there, if you're active, thank you. If you're not active in advocating for transportation, please do so. Talk about it in your firms. If you're not the boss in the firm, talk to the boss about it. I'll help you do that. Just give me a call. There's so much to do. And from what we've heard this morning, looks like there's a mission forming here for the next legislative session. Not only in the state of Minnesota, but also at the federal level. I look forward to being actively involved in that. And again, thank you so very, very much. I'm quite honored. Thank you.
Okay, and then we have sort of the counterpart to that award, which is the William Koniarski Award, which is for an advocate in the public sector. And this is named for a former Scott County Commissioner, William Koniarski, who was a big transportation advocate. And so I'm very pleased that Commissioner Paul Kraus from Dakota County is here to present this award to Will Branning from Dakota County.
It's,
It's up to you.
I gotta know what it says on this award before I give it, huh? It's my pleasure to be here. I look out here and see a lot of faces familiar that are familiar to me in the transportation world, and I'm still serving on a number of them in the state. So it's good to see everybody, and so we'll continue to crush transportation here in Minnesota. Thank you, Margaret. You already stated that this is the William Koniarski Public Sector Award, and you know, it says on this award that it's given to people who show outstanding leadership and commitment to improve transportation in Minnesota. And my counterpart with the Dakota County Commissioner Branning, Will, you really deserve this award. That's my personal feeling, because Will and I have been on the board a number of years, too many years, you know, for me to count, I think. But he's been a champion for the Cedar Avenue Transitway from the time he was mayor in Apple Valley, and all through his 16 years with the Dakota County Board. He has served as chair of the Dakota County Regional Rail Authority for at least 14 years, Will. And of course, I'm right behind you, I'm vice chair, so I know what he's always doing. In addition, he has served on the board and as a chair of the Minnesota Valley Transit Authority and as a chair of the Suburban Transit Authority. He has truly dedicated all of his public service years to transit, and transit is absolutely crucial in improving transit or transportation in Minnesota. This coming spring, Will is going to see the results of some of his hard work with the Metro Red Line that goes down Cedar Avenue from Lakeville to the Mall of America, and then continues down to Minneapolis or St. Paul. But, Will, congratulations for this award. It's much deserved.
Paul. I also want to thank many people that have helped me get to where I'm at. Yes, I attended many meetings, sometimes 3 and 4 and 5 a day. And I see the lobbyist here that talked a little bit earlier. But Paul and I used to fly twice a year to Washington to meet with the congressional delegates to advocate for transit, transportation, and funding. I have not been there this year, and I have not traveled with the Alliance, but I have traveled with the Dakota County delegation, and we really thank the local people in Washington. But I also didn't come here just by myself. We have a great number of people that have helped me and helped us all in transit transportation. Messerly and Kramer has been the lead lobbyist for transit in our region. And Mr. James Clark is sitting out here holding his breath because I didn't say I was going to talk about him. We have also from Metro East, we have an organization that I work very hard with. Mr. Benke is out here too. I know he and I work together in Metro East economic and other partnerships. So it's great to see all of you, and it's also great to get this wonderful award. I didn't really know what the award was, but I'm in great hands. I see Peter McLaughlin also had got this award. I also, when I went down to La Crosse not too long ago to receive another award, in the very first transit award given to Friends of Transit was a young lady that I knew back in the early 1980s. Now my mind's going to go blank on me. But she was the first Friends of Transit, and I'm trying to recall quickly her name, but it went blank on me now. Legislator from Apple Valley. But so with that, I really want to thank all of you. Thank you, Margaret. Thank all of you. That this is a wonderful award, and I appreciate it very much.
the next award is our Transportation Advocate Award, and many of you know Greg Isakson. He's been a county engineer for many years, has done a great job in helping us advocate for the local road system. And unfortunately, he was not able to be here today, but we have a couple folks who are here in his place. Commissioner Samuelson, I believe, is going to accept the award, and then we have Ken Bjorsted, who is going to accept the award.
Unfortunately, Greg is in North Carolina visiting his daughter. Had previous plans, which certainly unfortunate coincidence, but he would love to be here for this. I've had the pleasure of working with Greg for just about 14 years now. He's been a huge advocate for transportation locally in convincing our board to pass a $9.2 million bonding issue over a 3-year period of time. He's been instrumental in the 52 partnership, working with our partners in Dakota and Olmsted County, making improvements there. He's been involved in supporting rail improvements. We host the Minnesota High-Speed Rail Commission meeting and they were there this morning actually. So he's had a lot of involvement in different areas and statewide. He's pushed hard, testified many times for funding increases at the legislature. So Richard is here to accept the award for Greg, and it is much deserved. Thank you.
Greg was really surprised, and he really hadn't planned on this, so he had purchased some airline tickets to visit his daughter in North Carolina. He and his wife are out there as we speak. Yes, Greg has been a great guy for all of transportation, Good County included, which of course I really like that part of it. But anyway, I just want to a few things here about Greg. Greg and I have spent a lot of time together at meetings such as these, Transportation Alliance, in their primary mission of advocating the importance of funding, building, and maintaining a strong transportation system in Minnesota that is available for public for safe use in their daily lives, whether it be industry, commerce, moving their goods and products, employees getting to and from work, students getting to and from school, or the general public taking care of their daily business. Greg has worked for Goody County for, he says almost, but I think 15 years. And since he started, he has been involved with Highway 52, Trunk Highway, which splits through the heart of Good County. 52 provides a great access, but also it is the source of many tragic accidents at great intersections. Through numerous studies and meetings, we are starting to see improvements in the safety of 52, including with the construction of an interchange at Cannon Falls next year that will remove the last two stoplights between Rochester and the Twin Cities. Also, as an officer and chair, also been an officer and chair of the Minnesota County Engineers Association. Greg spent a lot of time and energy working with legislatures to improve transportation at the state level, including with Goody County's one-time Senator Murphy in the 2004-2005 timeframe that eventually led to the transportation funding increase. That was great. Greg has attended the Transportation Alliance Day at the Capitol in St. Paul and the Washington D.C. Lion for many years, and usually convinces our administrator, and accounting commissioner, who also attend. These meetings are very important to develop a working relationship with the legislature and their staff. And in his spare time, he helps county commissioners, county staff, general public to understand the importance of keeping up with the repair and upgrading of the county road system, and has completed many improvements to the road division in Greeley County. And yes, Greg, I'm sure is no stranger to a lot of you folks here. And I couldn't give a more honor than accepting this award in his behalf. And I'm sure for your stay here, he would say thank you. Thank you.
Okay, and our other Transportation Advocate Award this year, we're really pleased to present to Michelle Sommers, who's with the Amalgamated Transit Union. She does a lot of work to advocate for transportation in Minnesota. And Dorothy Mackey with the union is here to present the award.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dorothy Mackey. As current Vice President of ATU 1005, I have the distinct pleasure of working closely with a hardworking, hard-hitting, and smart woman named Michelle Sommers. She quickly became involved in the union when she arrived at Metro Transit. In the last 16 years, she has worked as a board member, vice president, and now president of the ATU 1005. Under her tenure, we now represent light rail, hard rail, bus, both in public and private sector, which is Rochester. We represent over 2,600 members. Michelle and I are the first female president, vice president team of ATU 1005. We work well together. You know, yin and yang, kumbaya shit, hammer, disco queen, rock and roll. But we both share passions about our beloved Vikings and our jobs. Her gifts are many. She can get to the bottom of a problem quickly, never turning from a fight, no matter how big, like when our money was to be cut by $10 million. Or how small, like when brand new employees came in and were not allowed to wear shorts. She's a fighter and proudly displays a plaque the mechanics lovingly made for her, which is a large set of steel balls on her wall. I present to you the president of ATU 1005, Michelle Sommers.
I just want to say thank you very much. I feel very underdressed. But as you can see, bolttransit.org. We're out there on the pavement. We're actually up in Duluth today as well, even though we don't represent people out there. It is about transit and equity in the community for all. So as soon as we leave here, we're going to leave. We're going to go right back out on the pavement. Being congressional candidates out in the corner, it's kind of fun to call them and ask them to meet us on the street corner. But it's been working. So we're out there today with Keith Ellison on Nicklin and 7th Street. So we're going to head off, but I thank you. It's a great honor to be recognized for the work that we do. And thanks again.
And now we have our Legislator Advocate Awards. And this year is sort of a duo, but we were really pleased this year. One of our board members, Scott Merrick, said to me, you know, there are some local legislators who are really interested in the local road improvement program and the local bridge program. And we were really excited because for the Alliance, getting more transportation projects in the capital bonding bill has been a goal of ours. And for all modes, but we'd had particularly struggled, I think, with the local road improvement program. The local bridge program is pretty well established, tends to get money in pretty much every bonding bill, but not always the case for local roads. And so we really appreciated having some folks who are willing to step out and be champions for including funding for local roads in the bonding bill. And so we're really pleased today to present a Legislator Advocate Award, first of all, to Senator John Pederson from the St. Cloud area. He has served in local government and now in the legislature, and he has been vice chair of the Capital Investment Committee, and really has made transportation infrastructure one of his top legislative priorities. So we really are pleased today to recognize him. If you want to come on up.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. I'm privileged to be honored in this way and see so many familiar faces, friends, and even neighbors in this room. You know, it's important for me to recognize the leadership in our caucus, Senate Majority David Senjum, and of course our Transportation Chair, Senator Joe Gimsey from Wilmer. Both have helped us be advocates for transportation from Greater Minnesota in particular. And you'll continue to see that in the future as we move forward. You know, my philosophy in trying to serve the residents of central Minnesota in particular, the district I come from, has really been to preserve relationships as long as you possibly can and to focus on customer service. With that, I appreciate the relationship that our office has and the residents of central Minnesota have with the Minnesota Transportation Alliance, and you can expect that to continue in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And then in the House, Representative Tim O'Driscoll was the big champion for local roads, and we really appreciated his work in authoring the legislation and working to get that in the final bonding bill. So he's from Sartell. He also was elected in 2010, and we hope that he will continue to be a strong advocate for transportation. So if you want to come on up.
Well, thank all of you. As I walked in the room, I felt like I was at one of our local APO meetings in St. Cloud, which Senator Pederson and I both served on when we were at the elected level. We've got the executive director here, our city planner is here from Sartell, Mayor Saunders from my district is here, so I feel like it's all home with being here. It was real easy for me to figure out that we needed to do something with the local road improvement project. We sat around the APO executive board when I was the mayor of the city of Sartell, and we said, "Oh, Jody, I can see you over there either. How are you?" And we had said that's a way that we can stretch local dollars to bridging the gap to be able to get projects done when funding falls short. And first thing I told Scott Merrick when I was down there is let's get that bill drafted. And I know that Senator Pederson would be interested in carrying that because he knows the issues as well, having been on our St. Cloud Area Planning Organization board. And we went to Margaret and we were able to get not as much as we wanted in the bonding bill, but at least there are some experiences now in the bonding bill with having the local road improvement project money in there. And I get transportation, I support transportation, you can count on me to continue to support the local road improvement project and future bonding bills. Thank you for the award, I appreciate it.
Okay, so I think we're just going to take a really quick, 5-minute break to get organized for the next section of the agenda, but you want to stay tuned because